Hey guys, a long time. Kaz just dipped out on me. Hey Jennifer. Oh kitty, don't start. No. Ugh. Does anybody want a cat? Lay down. Hey Jennifer. I thought I was gonna turn into a snowman 2 nights ago. It was minus 40 degrees. Shh. I'm busy now. This cat, man. I'm waiting for Kaz to come back. Oh, here she is. Kaz, try your phone. It says that okay, there you are. How are you, Jennifer? Kaz, turn your camera off. Hey, Dia. Yeah, Dia. He is a complete talker. I think he's actually human. I'm trying to figure out who he reincarnated from. Hi, kitty. Always talking. You okay?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, it is a tad bit warm here. And my computer went blur.
All right. So what I'm going to do, Kaz, is I'm going to play the video that I made on Nicola.
Yeah.
And then we can all catch up to this. I'm curious to hear. Hey, Marietta.
Hi, guys. Sorry about that. Hey, Jennifer.
Okay. Tomorrow night is going to be the Brian Koberger Chronicles. If you guys think I forgot about him, you're sadly mistaken.
Who could forget BK?
Yeah, I dropped a video out for members today on Brian, and my thoughts have never changed. So Kaz is battling major heat, and I thought Kaz was going to have to call 911 and have me defrost the other night.
Yeah, as Ma was struggling with minus 41, I was struggling with plus 41. So if we were at opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right, Dia? My cat only talks when he's spoken to. But you can have a full conversation with him. Hi, kitty.
Yeah.
Right, kitty? You good boy? Meh. He speaks Hebrew. Meh. So, Kaz, have you guys heard of Nicola Bulley? She went missing in Lancashire, England.
I sure have. Because where she's from is not very far from where I'm from, so in the UK.
Minus 41, Jennifer. No exaggeration.
Yeah. I was watching the thermometer drop and drop, as Mars was dropping, mine was increasing. And when I saw it gotten to minus 41, I sent her a text and I said, "Have you gotten to the North Pole yet?" Yeah. I said, "That'll teach you for living in the mountains, woman."
I mean, the other night I was talking to Kaz. Hey, the good Nunya. And I had my camera on, and there was 2 deer running down the highway in the car lanes, racing each other. And I'm like, Kaz, look at the Bambi butt in front of me. Like, he was in front of my car for a good 5 blocks. And I had his friend running next to me. I could have reached out and touched him.
Well, they knew that winter's coming. They were going home.
Okay, so Nicola Bulley. what is she, 45, Kaz?
Yeah, she's around between 41 and 45, somewhere around there. Yeah.
She has 2 girls, a partner. She goes to take her dog on a walk to the park where she goes all the time after she drops her girls off at school. And then she just goes missing. Her phone is found on the bench connected to her work meeting, but the camera's off and the mic is muted. And her dog is found at the park an hour later. This is a 10-minute window, guys. Let me go ahead and start this video. 8 minutes. All right. What, Kaz? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we can comment about the creator of this video. You can, please comment about her. If you don't like her, tell her.
Jennifer, I'll never do it again. If I see that weather's coming, I'm booking a flight to the Bahamas.
Hey, you could have come to Aussie.
Ooh. It was so cold that I was looking for all the cracks in the windows and the doors. Like, I wouldn't even stick my head outside. All right, guys. Here's the rundown on Nicola, and then we'll get into the latest. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think from what we hear so far is going on. This one is bizarre.
It is.
Everybody, welcome in.
Sure can.
January 27th, 2023. Nicola Bulley dropped her 2 children off at school, went to take her dog for a walk near a river in Lancashire, and she was never seen again. Here we go again. A mother missing. And with that, let's get into it. For this story, we are going over to Inskip, Lancashire in England, where she was last seen walking her dog, Willow, at the Wyre River. She dropped off her 2 daughters January 27th, 2023. Her phone was found on a nearby bench. The police said that when they found her phone, it was actually still connected to a conference call with her job. Her dog Willow, which is a Springer Spaniel, was found running loose between the river and bench about an hour after Nicola went missing. The police are saying that Nicola did the school run with her 2 daughters aged 6 and 9, dropping them off at a local primary school Friday morning, and then took Willow for a walk along the river. She was last seen by a member of the public at about 9:15 a.m. Nicola Bulley is a mortgage advisor. She's lived in Lancashire for 25 years, but originally from Chelmsford, Essex. She is 5'3", a light brown, shoulder-length hair. She was wearing a long black Gillette jacket with a hood, black jeans, and olive green ankle Wellington boots. Her hair was in a ponytail. What is going on with the start of this new year? Unbelievable. A Saturday and Sunday. Searches were carried out by the Lancashire. Right about here, guys, it was kicking into about -21. So halfway into this video, you're going to hear the heater kick on and it starts doing a little bit of a vibration. No, Kaz, I don't have your 9-volt plugged in.
Damn, you read my mind.
Right? But you'll hear where I turn the heat on and it starts, I don't know if I'm cold or it's the heat, but it's like, yeah, I had to close it down until today. I'm like, okay, my computer is too cold to even run. Police, helicopters, drones, police dogs would support Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service, the Boland Pennine Mountain Rescue Team, and the Northwest Underwater Search Team. January 30th, 2023. Police tell the media they are keeping an open mind about what happened, but do not believe Nicola was attacked. In a pressy Monday, Superintendent Sally Riley from Lancashire Police said, fears for Nicola are growing as time passes. She said, quote, the police are keeping a really open mind about what could have happened, but we do believe that the likelihood is that Nicola has gone missing, and this is not a crime inquiry. That does not sound good. Tuesday and Wednesday, a January 31st and a February 1st, which is a 2-day, 2023. The police continue the search for Nicola, and they said on Tuesday night that a potentially key witness they wanted to speak to had been located, and this is like in the last couple of hours. It is 3:14 p.m. Eastern, February 1st, 2023, as I edit this video. Police said earlier that the man who was walking a small, white, fluffy dog on a lead had spoken to a Nicola in the area who found Nicola's dog before he walked off in the direction of a Rowan water. And police confirmed yesterday afternoon that he was being interviewed. The police saying, quote, "We are especially keen to find a witness we believe was in the area at the time Nicola went missing." Also, they say that even though Nicola was in that conference call when she was mysteriously gone, her phone, mic, and camera were off. So the phone was muted and her camera was not on, unfortunately. Who is this man that they're speaking to? I know that he is around 70 years old. They described him at 6 feet tall, well built, so nothing as far as what happened with him as of today, but I do keep checking. A friend of hers said that she spoke to a pair who may have been the last people to see Nicola before she went missing. They said she was laughing and joking with them as she went by. They added that 2 other dog walkers later came across her phone and recognized the screensaver, a picture. The friend added that they were unable to unlock the phone and contacted a friend who then called a St. Michael's on a Wyre Church of England primary school where Nicola had dropped her 2 children off earlier that morning. Meanwhile, Nicola's partner, Paul Answell, was contacted. He proceeded to rush to the scene from the family home 3 miles away in Inskip. They added, as far as I am aware, no one called the police until Paul arrived. I don't know. This happened at 9:15 in the morning while she's walking a dog with other people around. What am I missing? And so far, nothing on the interview with the older man walking the fluffy dog. But they did search an abandoned house in the area. Let's check that out, and then we will go ahead and wrap it up and pray that she is found. I know that they're dragging the Wyre River. When do these missing mothers stop going missing? How many are missing now that we know about in the media? Too many. 15 hours ago, the police searched the abandoned house for Nicola Bulley. The teams scoured the area near Garstang Road in St. Michael's on Wyre in Lancashire as they tried to trace Nicola's steps. Kevin Camplin of the Bowland Pennine Mountain Rescue said the grounds of a large unoccupied country house, along with a long stretch of river, including wooded areas with water margins, were searched. He also said the abandoned house is right opposite the bench on the other side of the river, over a 10-foot garden wall. It's quite posh. We didn't go into the house. As a volunteer search and rescue team, we don't actually go into buildings. We might go into a barn or something. We leave that to the police while the team was searching the grounds. The owner was there for some reason, and we asked him to go in, and he had a quick look around, and she wasn't there. I hope the search was a little more intense than having the owner look around. I hope the Okay, wait. Make that make sense. Hey, Shredder, you don't go into the house and look, but the owner just happens to be at the abandoned property the day that Nicola goes missing. Nicola. Yeah, guys, you know that Kaz is going to correct me since I've been correcting her on the English terms.
Who, me?
But I mean, I mean, what are we missing? Let's continue though, because the guy was cleared, the man walking the fluffy dog, and there was another lady in a red jacket that was brought in, and she was cleared. This is a 10-minute window, and we're gonna listen to these her best friend's interview. Officers, but you want to know what's funny? Can you find one interview with Paul asking for his wife to,
Yes.
his partner to come back? I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I found one. Do you want it?
Oh, good. I want to hear it. Okay. Went
Okay.
into
Let
this
me just pull it
house.
up.
All right. Yeah, just drop it into private, please.
Yeah, we'll do, darling.
Like what? So 9:15 in the morning, and Nicola's walking her dog. Other people are around. Her dog is found an hour later with the lead a dragon on the ground. Her phone is just sitting on the bench, still connected to a conference call, and she's missing. Does this sound like a stranger abduction? I always look at the husband, the partner, the boyfriend, the live-in. This something's not adding up as far as a stranger taking her that time in the morning, walking her dog with other people around. Does that make any sense? I wonder if they have CCTV footage in that area. We are going to stay on top of this. I hope that she is found somehow safe. My thoughts and prayers go out to Nicola's friends and family. And with that,
I popped it in, darling. Can you guys still hear me, or have I hung?
I was letting you talk.
Oh, okay. I've been while that was playing. I've gone and had a look at bloody Gardner. Sorry.
They think she fell in the river, Marietta. I call bullshit.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Oh,
Is that the lawn
well,
guy? Is he wearing a thong?
actually, he's got full length black trousers on. He's an idiot. It's
It's
actually. It's
what's his name?
actually.
Danny?
Yeah. Oh, Danny boy. Uh, It's actually not a river. It's called a brook. That's how little this blinking thing is. I'm on Google Maps and I'm in Skip. It flows into the Air River, but it's not actually a river. It's a brook.
Okay, exactly. Let's pull
So
up the letter from her, the message from her friends. I'm listening to you.
now there is another one. There is a canal, but she was nowhere near the canal. She wasn't in the Lancaster Canal. So if she'd fallen in the canal, that'd be different. The brook does flow into the canal, but she wasn't anywhere near the canal.
Kaz, I need you to do me a favor because I can't pull that up. Can you pull up the 7 article on Nicola, please? You know I can't. They don't like me. They banned me since Melissa Caddick. And oh, Anthony Coletti, Sea Monkey
Oh,
Boy.
oh yeah, tell them about that.
Yeah, Anthony Coletti struck my channel for playing the song with his shoes hanging about Melissa Caddick.
Yeah,
He gave me a copyright strike.
he did.
I guess he doesn't like me calling him a sea monkey grower.
I know, how rude. All right, I'm just loading it.
Lolo, this is so bizarre. So let's go real fast to this video while Kaz is loading that up. So the weird part does, I mean, so she goes to the park and we're talking about 10 minutes. 10
Hmm.
minutes of opportunity. Her phone is laying on a bench attached to the call. And let me show you what she was wearing that day real fast. Sorry, guys. I had COVID for, Kaz gave me COVID from Australia.
Oh, don't you blame me, Missy Moo.
Okay. Let me hang on. Let me write down for a second and take a sip on. Actually, I think I had COVID before you had COVID. I thought I had a chest cold. All right, guys. So,
I knew it was more than that.
Nicola Bulley's friends condemn vile theories as private underwater team joins search. This is a week that she's been gone. So she drops off the kids, and this is her that morning that she went missing. This is the coat she's wearing. So she's wearing a big coat. She's got on jeans. You can see the Wyre River. It's not like you fall off a ledge. It's like you fall down and roll down the hill. You know, you would slide down. It's not like a drop off.
No.
She's a fit woman. How are you going to fall in that river with the dog and the screaming and people walking dogs around you? Like, make this make sense. I'm convinced that the dog and the phone were brought back as to set the scene. I'm going with with Paul. I'm so mean. Actually, I'm kidding, guys. I don't know what I'm feeling yet, but look at this. 1 second. So the police are searching for Nicola Bulley, have condemned elements of social media speculation as family friends hit out at vile theories posted online. So this was her the morning she disappeared. A private underwater team is helping Sky News, which Kaz is pulling up, Specialist Group International, led by forensic expert Peter Falding, will join the operation from Monday morning, which is happening soon. The team has offered its services free of charge. So she's literally gone. On Sunday afternoon, a friend of Bulley released new images from the morning she disappeared, showing her loading up her car. Police believe the most likely reason for her disappearance is that she fell in the Wyre. 8:43, seen walking along path. 8:46, thought to have reached the gate and bench. 8:50 approximate, seen with Willow, her dog, in the lower field. 8:53, sends an email to her boss. 9:01, logs into a team call. 9:10 approximately, seen on the upper field walking her dog, which is right here. And then 9:30, team calls end, Bulley stays logged in. 9:35, mobile phone and Willow found at bench. Look at the times, guys. Not even an hour from the time that she goes missing from the time that they have police out there looking for her. But she fell in the river? Go ahead, Kaz. You're all you know. What are you thinking about?
Okay, I've got the Sky News one. That's the one you wanted, isn't it?
It says Nicola Bulley case latest forensic expert. Police give up to date. I'm going to put it in private chat. This is the one.
Put it in
right
private
here.
just in case.
Yeah.
Because there's a few
there you go.
over here. I think it's the same one, but I'll double check.
All right. So let me see. So, and we have to remember, all right, but we have to remember, guys, that there was a witness there, a man with a fluffy dog that they found, and he saw her. There was another lady with a red coat, which was this lady right here. And she was found. She was actually picked up on CCTV footage. My question is, where are you? If she was picked up on CCTV footage, what else do they have? Let me see if this will play real quick. I don't think it's going to play. Australia doesn't like me. Oh, here we go.
Well, I've got it primed if it won't.
Blank U I blank E. Oh, hey.
Kaz, this isn't the one that you're going to play.
Oh.
This is just them searching for her. I mean, look at this river,
see, that's
guys.
not a river.
On. Really?
It is deep, but like if
It's
you're
a
falling
beach.
in, like I was saying, yeah.
Remember, too, after Kaz shows you guys the article, her father went down there, and I'll show you the video of her father. They searched this whole entire. He said there was no signs at all of her sliding into the river.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even look like a river. It looks like a pond with a beach.
Yeah, it does. And even further down, there's overhanging trees that she could grab onto, and it does not flow fast.
Exactly. And just think about it. If she did go into the river wearing that big blue puffy jacket, like a week later with the gases, and I hate to say this, but wouldn't she be floating with the jacket on top?
Hyundai Sonata.
Exactly. Marietta, it doesn't flow fast, darling, at all. It's a very
There's no
slow
flow.
moving. It's very slow moving. When it gets closer to the Lancaster Canal, that's a different matter. But
Exactly.
in Inskip, it does not flow fast at all.
Before we end this video, remind me to show that video of Kaylee, what we think is Kaylee.
Okay. I'll just share my screen.
I get that, Marietta, but we have to understand the problem, which is not, we can't wrap the head around. It wasn't like she went to the park in the morning and nobody realized she was missing for 5 hours later. We are talking about a 10-minute window. 10 minutes.
Just before I show the video, let me just share my screen and I'll show you the actual map, which will give you an indication. I'll just wait for it to come up on the screen. And I'll just zoom out a bit.
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes from the time the last person saw her to when she mysteriously disappeared. And you guys got to think about the dog. The dog.
Yeah.
Let's remember, she goes to this park every single day. She's a couple blocks away from her house. Why did the dog stay at the park for an hour? And it seems to me like the dog and the phone were brought to the park and staged. Why wasn't the dog barking where she went in? Why wasn't the dog down by the water? Why was the dog up on the trail?
Yeah.
Or why didn't the dog go home?
Exactly. So Inskip is part of Preston. All right.
Hey, Misha.
And it forms part of the Robbie River, which flows into the sea over here. So there is a huge amount of area for it to come from one end to the other. Let me just zoom out a bit more. All right, so there is a lot of area for it to come. So
yeah, Marietta, but the fact that the dog was up on the path and he was at the park that long, it's just not adding up. I don't think she's there.
And Inskip. It's a long way. For her to end up in the ocean, it would take a fair while. That's what I'm trying to.
I can actually share that video, Kaz. I can share.
I've got it ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm going to share it because I'm going to probably want to pause it with my big mouth, but I can play it in YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'll cancel it.
But you
then.
have the
No.
video of the boyfriend talking, the partner.
Well, it's in private
can't-
chat, but yeah, I can pull it back up.
No,
I'll pull
Lolo.
that
The
one
dog was
then.
not tied up to the bench. The phone.
No.
Hang on a second. Kitty, stop scratching me. Like he always like scratches my hand and bites me, but doesn't break the skin. No. The phone was found on the bench. The phone was still connected to a conference call, but the mic was muted and the camera was off. Her dog was found at the park on the trailhead with the lead dangling off the collar.
Marietta, I know the YouTuber you're referring to. There is a danger of the water, but that particular area, that water area is not dangerous at all.
It could be, though, if she fell in and she had a couple hours to disappear, but we're going on a 10-minute window. 10 minutes. She's in good shape. How do you fall in the river and there's people walking the dogs around you and you're not screaming and nobody hears a freaking thing?
And if she had succumbed to the cold, because it is cold over there,
Yep.
I've had cold weather like you guys have over in the States, and she had become very cold and passed out from the cold, the puffer jacket that she would have had on could have submerged her, but then if your body will float back up to or bob to the surface. It won't sink down to the bottom. It will bob to the surface.
Yeah, the gases, and she's wearing that big old blue puffer coat. Like, I mean, I have those coats. Those things get wet and you take them out of the washer machine. It's like a parachute.
Yeah.
You would see something. But it's not even like a cliff. Let's finish this video. We'll hear what they say and about the search teams. Like her father went out there and said there was no signs of anyone falling into the water.
Yeah. No slippages.
Let's listen to the police lady. I don't know what her name is. Emily or something?
Yeah, I can't remember.
All right, here we go.
Good afternoon and thank you for coming. I'm Superintendent Sally Riley. I'm the Operations Manager for Lancaster, Morecambe and Wyre. It's been a week now since Nicola Bulley from Inskip in the local area went missing. Her family, particularly her partner, her children, her parents and her sister are in real agony while she remains missing. And I want to pay particular tribute for their patience and dignity and strength at this time. In the last 7 days since Nicola went missing, a week ago today, the police have done a number of enquiries to try and find Nicola and to bring her home to her family. In particular, the search is focused on the riverbank and the River Wyre here in St Michael's. An unprecedented number of search resources have been searched the bank. This includes drone, the helicopter, police, sonar equipment, pole cameras, underwater drone, and staff wading the shallower parts of the river. We've also had search dogs that are specially trained in the area from both the boat and the river. But also upstream, and also down to the sea. We've been assisted in this by the Coast Guard, by RNLI, by colleagues from other forces, and the Lancaster Area Search and Rescue, and I want to thank them for their assistance. Unfortunately, we have not still found Nicola, but our search does continue. As well as the river search, we've also undertaken a 1 kilometre physical search of the open ground in a radius from the point where she last went missing. This has included open ground, empty buildings and their gardens, to no avail so far. As well as search officers, we've had a number of uniformed staff in the area officers and PCSOs receiving community intelligence and offering that visible presence to the local community to answer any questions and to allay any concerns. At the same time, a dedicated team of investigators who often assist missing people inquiries has been working on this tirelessly. They have undertaken extensive house-to-house inquiries. They've checked numerous CCTV, dash cam, and ring doorbell footage, traced and now spoken of key they have
Seeing them.
to in the community about Nicola's lifestyle, walks and so on. All this has built up a really rich picture of data that's allowed us to have a very tight timeline, some details of which we've already released, about Nicola's last whereabouts and what she was doing last Friday morning.
Hang on.
I'm just going to take some notes.
Okay. You see the pause there? Kaz?
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be Nicola in this picture? I'm telling you, there's cameras there. I told you that first night. I said I could feel there's some CCTV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is this supposed to be?
I
Nicola?
think that may be Nick. Yeah.
Something is so strange about this. It's just strange. I find it very hard that she fell in the river. No, I don't find it hard. I find it hard that it's been a week and they haven't found her yet, if she did fall in the river.
Because I'm looking at more images of the Wyre River, and it is more of an estuary where you can go fishing.
I gave in, Leisha. I got too many complaints about our hired help, so I'm like, okay, I had to fire Stephanie and Matt. And plus I got my new router, which gives me 100 GBs a month instead of 50. So yeah, I'm looking at the Wyre River right now about swimming in it and stuff, and if there's ever been anyone that's fallen in and died. And so far I can't find one. But let's continue this video, because then I want you guys to listen to her father. Her parents believe that somebody took her.
So at 8:43 last Friday,
I'm going to grab
Nicola was seen at the Iron Bridge. A few minutes later, 47, she was seen in the lower field with her dog Willow and her mobile phone, which was on view. At 8:53, she sent an email to her boss on her phone, and at 9:01, she joined a Teams work call. All of this was normal behaviour for Nicola. This was not out of the ordinary, and nothing different or unusual happened during those calls and emails. At 9:10, she was seen in the upper field. The dog was off the lead. Again, this was normal. The dog was not in its harness, and the lead wasn't on the dog, which was all part of Nicola's daily routine. At 9:20, through inquiries we've made, we believe that her phone was on the bench. At 9:30, the Teams meeting ended, but Nicola's phone remained dialed in. At 9:33, a witness found Nicola's dog Willow running between the gate to the field and the bench where the phone was located. Also found by that witness was the dog harness, which was on the grass between the bench and the river's edge. Therefore, the time that we are particularly interested in is between 9:10, the last confirmed sighting, and at 9:20, when Nicola's phone was found on the bench. Sorry, not found on the bench, when Nicola's phone was on the bench, believed to be on the bench at around 9:33. The witness made numerous inquiries to try and find the owner of the phone, not knowing whose phone it was, and indeed whose dog it was. That led the witness to meet up with other people who did recognise the dog as Nicola's, and the school to which Nicola's children go was alerted at 10:50, as was her family. This means that we've only a 10-minute window in which we cannot account for Nicola's movements. The inquiry team's undertaken a number, as I said, of dash cam, CCTV and ring doorbell footages. This has allowed us to eliminate any trace so far of Nicola having left the riverside, which is really important. So we believe that Nicola was in the river area. We remain open to any inquiries that might lead us to
honestly, why can't hey Budget Jones, are you guys having a difficult time understanding a 10-minute window to where she fell in this river and just floated away? Or
Well, you know me.
am I missing
You've
something?
got the last people that, or persons that drowned, were two boys that drowned back in 1940, in the winter of 1940, and they actually drowned in the River Ribble, and that's when they fell through ice.
Yep.
In the winter of in the 1940s. So that was a wee time ago.
Yes, it was. I have a feeling that I wish I could see that CCTV footage, because I have a feeling that the phone was brought back, because the key thing too that I didn't know, that she never disconnected from the call.
Yes.
I thought the meeting was still going on when she disappeared, but the meeting ended, but she was still connected to the call.
Which is weird.
Not very long at all, Lolo, to fall into. But let's finish this and we'll hear her father. Her parents are convinced that somebody took her. I don't think she fell in the river. Pretty girl.
question that, but at this time, we understand that the working hypothesis, therefore, is that Nicola has sadly fallen into the river, that there is no third party or criminal involvement, and that this is not suspicious, but a tragic case of a missing person. This is particularly important because speculation otherwise can be really distressing for the family and for Nicola's children. In terms of what we would like from the public, I would like to thank them, particularly Nicola's friends, who come out force to help. Do have an update on clothes last seen wearing, and this is something that the public who live in the area or who walk their dogs on the river path near to St Michael's or downstream of St Michael's towards Morecambe Bay can look out for. They are an ankle-length black quilted gilet jacket, a black Engelbert Strauss waist-length coat, which was worn underneath the gilet, tight-fitting black jeans, long green walking socks tucked into her jeans, ankle-length green next wellies, and a Fitbit. It's really important that the public pay heed to those very specific clothing descriptions, please, because factual sightings of those items would be very useful to us. We also appeal for any remaining dash cam footage that may not yet have been submitted, particularly if people are relating to the Garstang Lane area of St Michael's. Please can the public continue to report only factual information that they have and not speculation as to what may have happened to Nicola, because this is a distraction and not helpful for the family. I would also appeal to the public to keep themselves safe in this inquiry. People going to the river and face other hazards. Likewise, if they go out in boats on the river, please only do so if you've got experience in doing that. We don't want danger. Lastly, I'd like to underline the support given to the family. It is, as I've said, an agonising time for them. Nicola has two little girls, a partner, and parents, as well as many, many friends and neighbours and well-wishers in the local community. We are supporting her family with specially trained officers and staff. And I'd like to thank the wider community for all the support that they've given during this very difficult inquiry. Thank you. I'm happy to take questions if there are.
Is there any data from the Fitbit, the newer Fitbits, you can track the location using the phone?
Yeah, all the telephony and digital inquiries have been handled by the inquiry team, so all of that data will be looked at. Thank you. Hi.
I love that.
Did you find anything to support that hypothesis?
No, not so far, unfortunately not.
Could
That's why
be
I particularly appeal
but
around any
I think
clothing
she would have been
that
found
may be
already.
matching the description I've given that could be found, but nothing
Well,
has
can
been
I
found in the river.
address that,
I should say
Mark,
that the river is
with
tidal.
Wyre? I've just done some more research
Below
while I've been watching
repeated-
this, as I do, and the last noted drowning at the actual place of the River Wyre, where she's gone missing, was in 1929 on Monday, February 25th, 1929. Six
Hey, Lynn.
children actually drowned, which is extremely sad. Very close to where Nicola went missing. But their bodies were found the next day.
See, that's the problem I have. I can accept the fact that she could have fallen in the river, but I'm going to show you an article where the police went down there and her father speaks out and her partner, the partner. But
Oh,
the boys were found. The other ones fell through ice, and we'll show Wild Dog and Lobo the river. I mean, it's not even like a drop off. It's like a beach bank.
yeah, I've got really good photos of. I mean, they do a lot of fishing in the Wyre River. They do fishing comps in there as well. It's quite well noted for that.
Yeah, we'll look into that. I want to play this video, and then I have one on the update with her father and her partner, and then we can check out those.
Yeah, I've got the
pictures.
partner one queued,
Okay.
so whenever you want to play that.
After these questions.
Okay.
I'm looking right now actually for live footage in the Lancashire area. There we go.
Search.
See, the only thing is I like to follow the cases all around the world, as everyone knows, but it aggravates me because we can't dig into them in the different countries.
Yes.
There's not a lot we can do.
Of particular areas of the river. It's not necessarily because found something of note, it's because the river movement is complex and we are taking advice from academic specialists in water movement around currents and so on.
And let's not forget, guys, we're talking about a 10-minute window from when she went missing and the cops were there an hour later. If she did fall into the river, they know how much she weighs, how the current was moving, and the area where she should have ended up at. But we're going on a week. This is a 30-foot deep river that divers have been diving in for a week. You know how far she's going to go. They got professionals. Like Melissa Caddick's foot should have never have shown up where it showed up if she fell in where she supposedly jumped in at. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you. Anna and Melissa are hanging out together.
Has she made any contribution on the team's call? Has she spoken, or was it just on you?
Not that I understand, no. And again, there's normal, the large team's call. She was one of many people on the call, and I wouldn't have expected to necessarily participate actively. Thank you. Through telephony inquiries that we've done relative to the phone itself rather than through a witness. No. Hi.
Today, obviously, lots of phones are being announced and films. Has any new information come from any of the plans with proposal of pictures?
Not that I'm aware of today. Clearly, the public are very well intentioned and have given us a lot of information, quite rightly. They don't know whether it is of particular use or not, and obviously we can judge that, can't we? But so far, it's taken a lot of effort and diligence to go through all the information that's been provided, and we'll continue to do that right through the weekend and into next week. Hello.
Earlier today, one of Nicola's friends said that she was holding a new torch of hope because of the amount of calls that police have had. Can you tell us a bit about how many calls or pieces of information you've had from members of the public? And you got any idea about the number?
I can't give you a number, but I know there have been a lot of calls today. Clearly, 7 days on is a really good time for people to think back, particularly if they have perhaps a particular work pattern where maybe they might be working on a Friday or not working on a Friday. It's again Friday today, and that will probably take them back to what they were doing last Friday. Were they driving through St Michael's at around 9:15? Were they dropping children off? Were they going off to work? What were they doing last Friday that they might always do? That would be helpful for us to know if it's relevant to the inquiry. Hello.
Can you just explain to me why you're so sure she didn't leave the riverside? Are there no kind of cross-country routes, no other ways out at all that could have been taken?
Yeah, several of the exits from the Riverside area are either locked or they're covered by CCTV. So with CCTV negate Nicola leaving the local area. The areas that are not covered by CCTV is where we're being particularly interested in dashcam footage. So that's Garstang Lane leading to the A586.
So there is an entrance with CCTV and an entrance with not. Lynn, she didn't have a car. Did she walk there, Kaz, or did she drive to that place? They don't say that.
Drove the girls to school. She left the car in the school car park, and then she took Willow on the walk, and then she would normally do a loop back to the car and then go home. That was her normal routine. Yeah, they found the car was exactly where she'd left it.
They found her dog. They found her dog, and they found her phone on a bench, still connected to a team call with her work. But it was the camera was off and the mic was muted.
Yeah, and it's very interesting that a forensic expert has come forward. I don't know if you've seen this, Mar, or not. That says he says that Nicola did not fall into the river, and he explains his reasonings that, and he's a world-renowned forensic expert who is a diver for the police and has worked on hundreds of cases. And he says he believes it's unlikely the riverbank is the correct answer. So it's interesting to see.
What does he say?
He says,
I never thought for a second she fell in the river. Yes, Lynn.
No.
Her phone. Her phone was on a call, connected to a team call, but she was disconnected from the call. Well, the call was over, but she was still connected with her mic muted and her camera off. Sitting on the bench, and her dog was running around with the leash dragging. And they found the dog when they came an hour later. But the dog was not down by the water.
Yeah. The forensic expert is called Mr. Faldings, said to the English News that the amount of searching that's already gone on in this river, it would have been that she would have been found by now. Normally, when a person drowns, if they are left for a number of days, they don't move very far. He said this is not a fast tidal river, so he would have expected her to be found by the police divers by now. It's as clear as that. And none of this rings right to me. My belief is she's not in the river at all. Mr. Falding said that not enough factors added up in his opinion, suggesting that Nicola Bulley's phone could have been left on the bench as a decoy. He continued up.
God, Kaz, I missed my calling. I should give up the hair scissors and the clippers, and if I wasn't too old.
Yeah, I know. He also goes on to say,
guys, think about it real quick. Sorry, Kaz. I know you guys miss that. I know you guys miss us cutting each other off, but before I forget, let's just say she did fall in the river. Okay, so you're walking with your dog, you're on a conference call. If you're falling in the river, why in the entire F is your phone still sitting perfectly on a bench? Because it's a decoy. I've been saying it from day one.
Well, he goes on to say he dealt with the drowning a couple of years ago where a gentleman went into the river and Ripley, his dog, was screaming by the riverbank when we got there. When we arrived, it was howling and literally pointing exactly where he was. he stayed with his owner. The phone on the bench, I mean, you have to ask. Normally, someone would have a phone in their hand, especially if they're walking around. Very
Especially
true.
if they're connected to a conference call. You're not going to connect to a conference call, maybe unless you had a Bluetooth, but still, and then walk down to the riverbed and just accidentally fall in, and people are there walking dogs, and you'll see.
Yeah, and it
There's
goes
people
on
at the
this.
park.
Yeah. The forensic worker said it feels odd that no one spoke of the fact that Miss Bulley was not wearing clothes that would have absorbed water quickly. There are no marks at the scene, and that not one person heard screams. Additionally, he criticised the fact that the location has not remained cordoned off. He said people have been walking past the bench. There's no police tape up.
Wow.
This would normally be sealed off as a crime
Kaz,
scene.
pause
And
1 second. I never thought about that. They never, ever sealed off that area if they thought that something happened.
Yeah, because there's been film crews, news crews walking around there. Yeah. He said people have been walking past the bench, no police tape. They were normally sealed off the crime scene. So potentially, crime scene investigators can go in, see if there's any microfiber evidence, slip marks down the bank, etc. And he doesn't believe that has actually happened here. It came as a friend of missing Nicola Bulley shared 11 key details about her disappearance as police scoured the river after admitting they found no evidence she'd slipped or fell in. Tilly Ann, the close friend of Nicola Bulley, who has been missing, shared her key details in a Facebook post following the 45-year-old's disappearance.
Yeah,
And that is so true. That's what you and I
have Nicola's ring cam of her leaving her house that morning. I'm going to play it after this. And I have the friend's interview.
Yeah, well, these are the points that a best friend makes. Paul and Nikki, or Nicola, but she goes by Nikki, mostly work from home, which is why Paul was at home that day. They have CCTV, and there is no reason why Paul has never. That is the reason why Paul has never been a suspect. Family and friends.
Wait. Paul hasn't been a suspect because what?
They've got CCTV showing he's never left the house.
Ah.
All right. Family and friends need these accusations to stop immediately. The fact that I've had to write this is disgusting, to be honest. They both do this walk regularly, and Paul is very well known in the community and very well recognized. The dog never has her harness on for a chunk of that walk. It's removed at the gate at the top field and then put back on at the gate when they leave, so she runs free. They very rarely take the ball out for walks with Willow now because she's very, very protective over the ball and they haven't done for a while. Nikki quite often would put her phone on loudspeaker when talking. The dog was found very close to the bench and the harness. The harness was found on the floor, not on the bench. Nikki is an incredibly strong swimmer. Nikki drove to the school and left her car there and walked to the river. The dog
10 minutes,
was dry.
lily pad.
Yeah. The dog was
10
dry
minutes.
when found. The dog has since been back.
Is the dog muddy? That's a good question. Dia asked if the dog was muddy or anything from the water or what.
The dog was totally dry, no mud, no nothing. CCTV at the residential park at the top field had one camera not working. So
I still don't believe. I don't believe the CCTV footage. I believe they have it, but I do not believe that he could not have left a house to bring back a phone or something back to the park and the dog.
No, their house has CCTV.
I heard you the first time, but I don't believe that one camera he could have. We're going to have to wait and see.
Okay. Well,
I don't
which
think
I
it was a
thought-
stranger lurking in the park. Okay, shut that
So-
background. Tell the landscaper to go away.
All right, I'll shut my window. I will die for you guys. How's that?
No, I don't want you to die. Just tell Daniel to move back a little bit or to put a banana hammock on.
I'll close my window. So
30 feet, Lobo. But that's at the center. There's a beach area. Like, to me, we're going to look at it, but it looks like you could literally walk down the bank into the river. It's not a drop off.
Yeah, and some parts of the Wyre River are very shallow, very shallow. You could walk across it. It's that shallow.
Let me show you guys the partner real quick.
Do you want me to pull up the interview with him?
No, I want to finish these questions on this interview real quick, but this is the partner. This is the partner that they have the two kids together.
Yeah, Paul Atkins.
Paul, good-looking guy. I just don't feel like it was a stranger. Like, people saw her just before she disappeared, and she was laughing and talking to them. 10 minutes before she's mysteriously gone, and they find her dog and her phone. No, her phone.
A phone. Yeah.
Paul's a good-looking guy. No, Kaz, I don't want you to die. Open up your window, but when you're not talking, just mute.
That's all right.
No, we can handle it while I don't want you to die on me.
Hey, we've all got to go one day.
He could have, Lynn, right?
Yeah, that's so true, Lynn. Yeah, very true.
But come on, guys, honestly. So the friends are saying, but see, this is the problem. I could say to you, Kaz had a brand new, let's just say Kaz goes missing tomorrow. Kaz told me that she put in a brand new security system. So I know Kaz has a security system, and I know that her husband was home all day because of the fact they have security. Well, I also know that I can disable one camera and sneak out the back and be at a park a couple miles down the road and back really quick. I mean, honestly, how long would that take? And if you know the area of getting into the park where there's no CCTV, how hard, honestly, is it to do something like that? I don't think it's hard at all.
Yeah,
or she was kidnapped by a stranger.
Yeah, it all depends on, like, what's at the back of the house. Does the back of the house actually do they have access to the back of the house? I mean,
well, we're going to have to wait and see, but it's not impossible that because of the fact they have security cameras at their house, that he couldn't have found a way out.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, let's finish these questions, Kaz.
Yep, go for it.
All right, here we go.
If we can definitively cover off that 10-minute window and definitively that she has not left the area because of the lack of footage or footage showing that she didn't pass by. But we are as sure as we can that Nicola did not leave the area.
There's nowhere that there were cars parked, so she could have been in a car, for example,
No. No. All the exits to the area that she was, as I say, are either locked, covered by CCTV, or Garstang Lane, we're appealing for dashcam footage to cover that gap.
See?
At the point where the bench is located, there is quite a steep drop to the river, albeit not high, it is steep. And therefore, whilst I don't want to speculate as to what may have happened, it is our working hypothesis that she's entered the water accidentally, and that's why she can swim, yes.
How deep is it?
It's different depths, actually, which is why we've had some staff wading the river and some staff underwater search. But as I say, the sheer number, actually an unprecedented amount of technical equipment with the sonars, the pole cameras, the dogs, the surface searches, the underwater search, it is really so very thorough that we have discounted finding anything in that immediate area underwater.
Are there any other factors with Nicola that may have contributed to the situation? So, was she ill or was she in a medication or
We're not considering, we've clearly considered the whole picture, but that is not relevant at this time now, not at all. Correct. So Nicola was last seen by a witness at 9:10 and the phone was back on the bench at 9:20 or thereabouts, yes. Yeah, all of the timeline details, what the police have been doing every day.
I mean, right there, guys, 9:10, and then the phone is back on the seen on the bench 9:20. And nobody heard her scream if that was the case, even if somebody took her, a stranger. If a stranger took her, if she fell in, if an alien came down from the sky, no one heard anything. Right?
Yeah.
I wonder, I look at her face where I freezed it. I wonder if they have the CCTV footage of her going into the park from the school, the primary school.
Yeah. Lobo, she often does that apparently. When somebody else is talking, she mutes so they can't hear her. She might be calling at the dog or whatever.
That makes sense, Lobo. The camera was off. So she was on a meeting. She emailed her boss. She was on a team call, but the team call was over, but she was still connected to the call, but her camera and her mic were off. Hey, sharp like tack. I thought the phone would have been with her, but some people think she might have fallen in. I think she could have fallen in, but I think she would have been found already if she did fall in. I think the phone is a decoy. But why would the phone? Yeah. But then again, this lady is saying that it's a steep drop, and I'll show you the exact bench that she was sitting on to the river. I mean, Kaz, honestly, is that a steep drop?
I don't. If she calls that steep, she doesn't know what steep is, to be honest with you.
Exactly. I'll show you guys in a second, but that's absolutely ridiculous. It looks like a 3.5 foot roll down a little hill into the water.
To do it the next few days. The dog was off the lead. This was normal for the dog to run about, and Nicola was on a Teams call, normal for not participating actively and just to have the phone to listen in effectively. You do, but anything could have happened with the dog whereby Nicola may have gone, and I don't wish.
Lynn, there was a couple of witnesses, an older man that was 70 with a white dog, which they spoke to, and a woman in a red jacket that came forward. But people saw her. They said that she was laughing, she was joking, and then within 10 minutes, she was gone. I mean, 10 minutes.
To speculate in that we don't know. But it is.
And they're also, sorry, Ma, they're also looking at
phone down to go and deal with the dog
info now.
Terribly, and Nicola may have fallen in. So that.
I didn't hear what you said. Her accent, what?
Oh, sorry. They're also, Nicola wore a Fitbit on her wrist. It's, like I do. So they're getting in contact with the people, because that takes your heart rate, it takes your blood pressure. Also, it takes a lot of readings, so it will also give some information.
I know. Yeah, Lynn. They wouldn't. I mean, they were older, Lynn. Like the guy was 70 that was walking the dog, and the woman in the red coat that was seen on CCTV that came forward. I don't think that they took her. And then thinking about them taking her over into that abandoned house, but that's weird, guys. Think about it. I'm going to see if I can find that abandoned property. But the owner of that abandoned property straight across from the bench over that 10-foot garden wall just happened to be there that morning. Is that odd? I don't know. Does he always go to abandoned property and he just happened to be there the day she went missing? I don't know who he is. It's so hard. You can't find out this information. And it aggravates me. Okay, let's continue, guys. It does aggravate me. Because here we would Google map it, click it, find an address, background the address, and boom, we know everything about it. Can't do that over there. I wonder if Matt will drive by the abandoned property. How far is Matt from Lancashire?
Not far.
How far?
Not far at all. A couple of hours. Matt, from Manchester to St Michael's in Lancashire, I'd say it'd be about a 2-hour drive.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, let's finish this interview up.
That is a possibility. The dog was dry, yes.
The dog was dry. She said it right there.
Yes.
Itself from the river or near the river, she's probably
We don't believe the dog was in the river because the dog, we believe, was dry, and the witnesses who are part of the timeline that I've laid out have not described the dog, for example, swimming in the river or jumping into the river. So we assume the dog didn't get into the river, but we don't know why Nicola may have entered the water if she did.
And how long will the sort of missing person inquiry be? The scale it is in terms of search operations?
Well, clearly, a 15-kilometre stretch of river is long, and therefore, you know, our partners continue to assist us in that. So there are lots of things that we'll be doing over the weekend in terms of water, surface, and riverbank searching. And our partners will be working with us into next week, but it's too early to say at this stage how long it will be. I'm going to take one more question, if I may, from someone who hasn't yet asked a question. Thank you. This is a large rural area with a long stretch of river. All I can say is that we are doing absolutely everything possible. We are working tirelessly, long hours, with a very large team of both plainclothes and specialist uniformed officers to try and do everything we can to bring Nicola home to her family. But it is a very complex and challenging situation, and we hope for a good outcome.
The possibilities, as the way you said it, seem quite limited and small.
Well, as each day goes on, we become very much more concerned for Nicola's safety, but we have the best minds and the best trained officers available to us, as well as a number of very specialist partners. So every potential possible way of improving our chances of finding Nicola are being exploited. Thank you. Okay.
All right, you want to pull up the interview with the so we can dissect the boyfriend?
Sure will. Share your screen, Kezzy.
You know, Wild Dog, I say that all the time, and it's amazing how fast, except for the little Spider-Man baby, William, it's amazing. Even Australia, when they found Cleo. Who reported her missing? Well, when they found the phone, Lynn, I mean, it's such a small community that people that were at the park realized whose phone it was because of her screensaver. Then they contacted, oh, look, I'm sorry, guys. I can feel it in my gut. This guy right here has got something to do with it. Right there. That face says it all. His face, hang on a second. Hang on. How can I, let me see something real fast. Let me try to do something. Let me try to add a background picture while this picture is up real quick. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Look at his face in this picture right here, guys. Oh, there's no, okay. Hang on 1 second. Okay, can we move those around? I don't know how to do that. I got to learn how people pull up pictures and move them around. Drop that for 1 second, Kaz.
Just drop it down?
Yeah. Look at his face in the big picture. Hang on. Oh, I can't move it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, go ahead. But it's like the whole entire facial expression looks like, I don't know. Why did you take it out? You're so silly.
Who, me?
I just said put it backstage. I didn't mean for you to like let it go.
That's all right. Only takes me 2 shakes of a puppy dog's tail to pull it back up again.
Well, this is her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I have not heard him talk yet.
Yeah, his tone of his voice, it will make you think he's got something to do with it. Just
Well,
be
I'm going to
aware.
tell you my gut feeling. I want to hear what I'm going to watch his body language. I'm ready. Let's see what this
All right.
guy's got to say. Oh, let me mic down before. I'm going to try to be good.
All
Let me
right,
mic down.
hush. Here we go.
Let me go put some super glue on my lips.
What would help?
Woosa. It's just spinning.
Hang on, let me start again.
Staying as strong as I can for them. I'm scared that if I put any focus into anything else,
Okay.
it's going to take my, focus on that fake.
No, Kaz. That's really bad.
From the interview yesterday, no matter how tiny, just say a massive thank you to
Kaz, can you start it over, please?
For everything.
Sure.
Yeah, start it over, please.
I need anything.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if them.
I don't really have anything to say other than what the family said yesterday. My whole focus is my two girls, just staying as strong as I can for them. I'm scared that if I put any focus into anything else, it's going to take my, focus off that. So I've got to be very careful. Just hoping to goodness that anything comes out from the interview yesterday, no matter.
Pause that for 1 second.
Just say.
Okay.
I can't help it. Watched his head movement the whole entire time he's talking. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink. Go ahead, Kaz. Like, he's shaking his head. No, oh my God. Okay, let me go duct tape my.
I knew it would get you going.
Massive thank you to the community, friends.
He's saying massive thank you and saying no.
For everything that they're doing. It's absolutely incredible. I just can't believe that we're a week on. And as yet, it seems like we're no further on. It just seems absolutely impossible. Just like a dream. Just cannot get my head around any of it.
I mean, you're left sort of trying to make sense of the census, aren't you? It is just such a mystery.
Yeah, it is. There's just no every single scenario is going through every scenario, and I go back to the first scenario and do the whole thing. Like, it's along. That's what.
But
yeah,
it must be so difficult.
I don't know how I'm coping. I don't even want to actually think about that. Just focus. It's just like I say. It's just about the girls. That's it. I'm there for them. I don't want to really elaborate on that. I don't want to take my eye off that.
It must be heartwarming to see the public response. Hundreds of people trying to help.
It's amazing. It is right now. It's the only thing that we can take is, that level of support is out of this world. It gives us a great amount of comfort knowing that that's going on. We don't have anything else, do we?
Well, there's hope.
We're never ever going to lose the hope. Of course we're not. But right now, it is as though she has vanished into thin air. Like, yeah, just insane.
Well.
Huh. I'm sorry, but I didn't hear one time he missed her. It was all about the kids, and yeah, he is definitely. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he brings stuff. I have little red bells. You know what, Lobo? I thought the same thing in the eyes. I have bells going off. This is just too weird. Let's go ahead and check out her leaving the house on the Ring camera that day. Yeah. It's I don't like you, Mr. Good looking.
Ansel.
Ooh, his body language.
He is the father of the two girls.
Yes, he is dad. But I didn't like that interview. I didn't see any empathy that she was missing. It was all about the girls. He wouldn't address her. He never once looked in the camera. His head was nodding back and forth, and never once did he say to come home or, yeah, that was just a little too bizarre for me. I'm going with the big F you, mister. I don't buy a word you said. He's right. It's just something is off. This whole entire thing is off. I don't think she went missing.
I warned you. I said he didn't show any emotion.
Oh, Alicia, we all had COVID together. I had COVID for when I had the cough and the chest cold and everything, Kaz was saying it, and I'm like, I don't know, but I definitely had it. I tested negative for it. When did Papa come over here, Kaz? 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Before the 41 degrees and brought me that rapid test. The weirdest thing for me was my taste. It felt like I was chewing on pennies.
Yeah, the metallic taste.
It was horrible. Even when I would light a wax melt, nothing. When I don't want Hershey's and almonds, there's something seriously wrong.
You know you're sick.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and check this out. Latest news, friends sharing images of dog walker the day she disappeared. Now, I hope this is the one with the Ring door cam. It might not be.
Alicia, we got it around the same time, sweetheart.
We all had it together. I'm convinced I got it from touching money. Okay, so this is just... Okay, look at the ripper, guys. Oh, shit, that's a steep landing. Oh, shit.
See, different parts of the river are different heights.
Look at, okay. This is the bench where she left her phone and she was sitting. And that is the steep ledge in the fall into the river. Oh, that's a steep drop, guys. I mean, I don't know how a 45-year-old woman in shape would ever make it out of that river after just falling in. I mean, it's not like she fell off a cliff in Sydney, Australia. I mean, what am I missing?
Yeah.
Look at this.
They actually give you a different view of it too. It's where the bench is, it's not steep.
Those little police trucks look so different to me.
Now, see, this is further down the river.
This is it. She might have rolled down the river and banged her head and heard something, but how? I would like to know how far off that bank.
Yeah, there's that where the boat's going there. That's the bridge that she walked over to get to the park. So where that bridge is, that's where she walked from the school along the main road. Then you cross the bridge where that boat was, and then you come into the park. So that's the bottom end.
Yeah, I think something's weird. Let me find the interview with the friends, and then we'll trying to find that Ring cam that I had.
Yeah, because my laptop is so hot now.
1 sec. I just want to find that one with her friends real quick.
Not from there, Wild Dog, where they're showing those boat. No, you couldn't. Not from there, you couldn't climb out. But back where the bench is, it is only where the bench is. It's only about 2 foot max, and it's not a very steep incline.
Nope. All right. Okay, let's see which one this is. It's not the one. Did you want to share something, Kaz, that you had up?
I'm just having a look. Excuse me, at the. I'm just looking at different pictures of the river Wyre River.
All right, I'm looking for that one where her friends are speaking out. One sec, I think I'm there. It's something's not right. So her parents say that somebody got her, they fear. She's a mortgage advisor, mother of two.
Mm-hmm.
The 45-year-old's parents, Ernest and Dot, said she had no health problems and was in good spirits, enjoying her job. There was no sign of a slip or falling in, so our thought was, has somebody got her? I asked the sergeant from Fleetwood a few days ago, is there any chance of her being taken? And she said, I don't think that's the case. I said, how can you know that? It's such an isolated area.
Yeah, exactly.
Something's off. They searched the abandoned house opposite of the bench. So basically, the dog was found loose, like right at that bench area. I mean, there's not a lot of space between the bench and the river.
No. Very little.
I mean, we've got the Coast Guard, Boland Mountain Rescue. But they can't find her.
Go away, guys.
All right, I think this is the video right here. Did you have something that you wanted to share or no?
Yeah, I just wanted to show this map to give them an idea. I'm just opening it up in a new tab.
Oh, okay. Because I found that article with the house and her friend.
So, just to give everybody an idea of the area. See it come up on my phone. Okay. So, make it a bit bigger. So this is the Wyre River runs down here and then it curves. Right? Then it goes underneath there, and that is where that bridge where you saw them in the boat. But this is the walkway that she was in. So these are the fields that she walks the dog around here. And up here, this is Garster Gang Road, is where the one CCTV camera was not showing. Here is the house. You can't see it very well, but this is the abandoned house right here. And this is where the bench
Exactly, Budget. Very strange.
Yeah. So it's really weird that if you look at how the river bends, there's a lot of bends going around, and you can see the foliage coming around. So it is not wide by any stretch of the imagination. It it's not like it's a really big flowing river, because it is very narrow around this area. So she couldn't have gotten far. So for her not to have been found already doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. So that part about them, that abandoned house, has me curiosified. All right, Ma. I just wanted to show the guys that. Alibi for the boyfriend, lily pad. The CCTV does not show him leaving the premises of the house.
Something is so bizarre about this. Here's her parents. I'll put the CCTV thing. Here's her parents.
We're holding on to
It's spooling, babe.
Be nice.
This is going to reach out to Unity, and we're just hoping from this interview, and it may come of it, this will spark a light, and it will lead to us finding their daughter.
Ah.
It's old. It's old. We're such a close-knit family. We are a close-knit family, I'm sorry. But we're such a close-knit family. We do anything for any one of us, and the children will do the same for us. We're getting on in life.
Absolutely,
and,
Budget.
The grandchildren and our own children are more important to us as we're getting older. So, yeah, just hope she comes on.
Hello, my name is.
Okay, so this girl is actually right there at the bench the day that she goes missing. It's 1:20. This was interesting, and you can really see the river.
Holly Bone, and I'm a journalist for the Daily Mirror. I'm here in Michael, Lancashire, where Nicola Bulley, a missing mum of 2, has disappeared on this very path behind me when she was walking her dog on Friday. Now, police have issued a new timeline, a fresh timeline, to give us a better idea of what Nicola's footsteps were that morning. And her sister, Louise Cunningham, her younger sister, has issued a heartfelt appeal to her sister to tell us where you are, give us a clue. Anyone who can give any information to that family about where Nicola might have gone, they need to hear it. They need to hear it now. It's been nearly a week. Tomorrow will be a week since Nicola went missing, and they feel like they're stuck in a nightmare. Louise describes it as being stuck in a nightmare and says that people don't just vanish into thin air. So,
okay, look at the water behind her. Look at how the slope is. I just can't imagine her not being found by now if she actually fell into that water.
Yeah, well, let's do the scenario. She fell in on the bank where this reporter is now. Okay, maybe she couldn't get out on that bank, but if you look at the opposite bank, it's on a gradient slope going up. She could have got out on that side, and got out the other end.
And honestly, we're talking about a cocker. What's the dog again? A Springer Cocker mix?
No, a Springer Spaniel.
Now, that's a water dog. If she would have fallen in the water, don't you think the dog would have been wet of trying to get in to get his owner? Like, it's just something. And the phone being on the bench. I mean, how far away can you walk from the phone to the water's edge on a Bluetooth without? Why would you leave your phone even to walk down to the water's edge with other people walking dogs that may sit on the bench? Like, I wouldn't leave my phone on the bench.
Yeah.
I don't know, Budget. I don't think she's in this area, but damn, it's windy over here this day. So this was actually Thursday. This last Thursday, this girl recorded this.
The police have been concentrating their search effort today on a river, where the phone was still connected to a meeting call. Her dog Willow was unattached from its lead and found by a member of the public who raised the alarm. And today, as we enter the 6th day of searches, there's still no more answers about what happened to Nicola. So we just hope that tomorrow, that when we come back here, we will be reporting some good news and that there will be some clues.
This is the last one I want to share.
That tell us when Nicola is gone.
Last one. This is Nicola's friend I was talking about. How many of you guys honestly think that she rolled into the river and she's never been found again? What do you think, Kaz?
I don't think she went into the river. She would have already been found.
So where is she?
It was an extremely fast-flowing river that was wide and flowed into the Lancaster Canal, which flows into the ocean. Okay, I could understand why her body hasn't been found yet, but it doesn't. Hey, Lola Breeze. Hello, sweetheart.
Hey, Lila.
The river could have seen mud, but the searchers had no problem walking on it, so that kind of debunks that.
Okay, so in the video that I showed you in the beginning, Kaz, this is her friend on like the first or second day that she went missing. Now, this is her friend in the last day that she came back and did another interview. Hey, sweet Caroline, Lilac Breeze, good to see you. What do I think? He asked what I thought about King Dale Clark. What do I think about I don't like him at all. He rubs me the wrong way. And the fact that he never looked at the camera, he never asked about, please bring her back, or I hope they find her. It was just so bizarre. Hey, Lily Pad. Just bizarre in my opinion. Just something was totally off. So here's her best friend.
And it is just alluded
in this and searching if we were convinced that she died in the river.
Well, her family and her friends don't believe that she fell in the water.
I don't either. And if she did fall in the water, she would have gotten out or she would have been found. I mean, we're not talking about. I'm going to look at how much shore that river has because it's definitely not a drop off.
Yeah.
Can you just and
Kaz, drop the interview to the boyfriend in the private chat again for me because I know you're going to log up, but I want to play that again for Sweet Caroline and Lilac and I don't think they saw it.
Still in there, doll. Still in there.
Oh, okay.
We have the two most.
Lily Paddy was at home. Yes, sweetheart. My computer is absolutely red hot. I'm going to have to.
All right, go back. All right, come back on your phone then. I want to play. Yeah. I'm going to play. I want to show you guys before Kaz leaves. Do you guys think that this is Kaylee Goncalves? I know we're offbeat, but I was looking for the union and going back and trying to see if I could find the video of Brian Koberger being at the Idaho Union. And hang on one second. It's 15 seconds in.
Yeah.
I was like, is that Kaylee? Sure. Right there. Does anyone know if Kaylee played volleyball? Oh, I have a big problem with the dog Lobo not coming through. I think the dog and the phone were brought back to the to the park. Anyways, I thought maybe that was Kaylee. In this picture, it was from 2021. No, I'm sorry, 2020 fall recap.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me get back to the... Let me just make sure, Kaz, that link is right so I can end it on this link with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You got
All
it?
right, so, yep.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be watching on my phone.
All right, babe. Go cool off. Thank you.
All right. See you all, guys.
I'm going to call you.
Chat.
All right, I'm going to call you after this live. I got to tell you something real quick.
All right, go.
I really, what this wild dog says, I really thought I heard they were also asking the public if they saw this weird guy at the park talking to her during that 10-minute time period. Well, there's one rumor about her saying that the trail was spooky, but her friends said that a couple saw her and she was laughing and joking with them. And here's the interview one last time before I wrap it up with the partner. And he does have Chris Watts. Okay.
Don't have anything to say other than what the family said yesterday. My whole focus is my two girls, just staying as strong as I can for them. I'm scared that if I put any focus into anything else, it's going to take my, focus off that. So I've got to be very careful. Just hoping to goodness that anything comes out from the interview yesterday, no matter how tiny. Just say a massive thank you to the community, friends, for everything that they're doing. It's absolutely incredible. I just can't believe that we're a week on, and as yet, it seems like we're no further on. It just seems absolutely impossible. Just like a dream. Just cannot get my head around any of it.
I mean, you're left sort of trying to make sense of the census, aren't you? It is just such a mystery.
Yeah, it is. There's just no every single scenario comes to a brick wall, every single one of them, and then all we're doing is sitting there going round and round and round every scenario, and then to the first scenario again, and do the whole again, and then it's just all day long. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing.
How are you coping? It must be so difficult. Like you say, your focus is on the girls, and it has to be. But
yeah,
it must be so difficult.
I don't know how I'm coping. I don't even want to actually think about that. Just focus. Just like I say, it's just about the girls. That's it. I'm there for them. I don't want to really elaborate on that. I don't want to take my eye off that.
It must be heartwarming to see the public response. Hundreds of people trying to help.
Amazing. It is. Right now, it's the only thing that we can take is, that level of support is out of this world. It gives us a great amount of comfort knowing that that's going on. We don't have anything else, do we?
Well, there's hope.
We're never ever going to lose the hope. Of course we're not. But right now, it is as though.
Right, sweet Caroline?
She has vanished into thin air. Just insane.
Honestly, he never even says, I miss you. If somebody has you or knows where she is, please bring her back. Like, what am I missing? I mean, so this is the St. Michael's area. And here's the river. I don't know exactly where she went in, but Unbelievable. I don't know, guys. He comes off to me as a little strange, unless that's just his demeanor. You think so, King? He's hoping we'll forget about it and move on. Let me see if they got any live cameras in St. Michael's. I wonder where they're pulling the CCTV footage from. Oh, there is a live webcam there. Let me see something. Oh, I don't know where any of these places are. St. Michael's Mount. Let me see something. Yeah, I don't know England, guys. Oh, sorry, this webcam is now decommissioned. Kaz, where is the St. Michael Tower? Is that... okay. Let me see if I can find that ring cam footage real fast, and then I'll... I don't think she fell in the river. All right, let me see. Here we go. Let me pull this up. I don't know if this is the video, but I heard there was a ring cam. I don't know what he was saying. It was all about the girls, and he can't think or talk about her because he can't go there. Like, I would be pleading. I didn't hear one plea. Not if you're listening. Not if you have her. I love you. Yeah, very strange. But hey, maybe that's how he is, right? Let's see what this is.
This was Nicola Bulley on the morning she disappeared. With her dog, Willow, just visible in the boot. These images are from the family's home security camera. It shows the missing mum wearing the clothes she was last seen in, preparing to drive her daughters to school. That was 10 days ago. And her family.
Lilac, honestly, it's not even a drop, it's a hill. And there was no evidence at all that she fell in that water. And even if she did fall in the water, honestly, you would have thought that she would have been found by now. It's not like there's alligator. I mean, are there crocodile in there? Alligators, sharks? Like, come on, guys. 10 days, she would have been floating. We all know what happens to a deceased body when the gases come. I think she would have been found by now if she was in the river. But that's just my own opinion. And Kaz read earlier that the forensic, I forget what he was, said that even he doesn't believe that she fell in the river because she probably would have been found by now.
Desperate for answers. On Saturday, like us, Nicola Bulley's family spotted a police search helicopter above the village where she went missing. Her partner Paul shared the moment with Sky News when their youngest daughter Sophia saw it too from the car window. Nicola Bulley's daughters, Harriet and Sophia, are 9 and 6.
We're all a group of mums. Most of our children all attend the same school.
They're girls full of questions about when they'll see mummy.
Hard for them. They've got all the same emotions as everybody else, and they want to see the mum, and they don't know where she is. And
wait a second. Why do I find that weird? He was recording the helicopter and the child. I mean, is that normal, or Am I just crazy? I got to go back, guys. Hang on a second.
When their youngest daughter, Sophia, saw it too from the car window.
What? And he's driving too? With a baby like that, and you want to turn on the camera to say they're looking for mommy? Oh, that is so wrong in so many levels. And I'm a pretty hip, kind of cool person. Like, that to me is just, yeah, Peter's weird.
Nicola Bulley's daughters, Harriet and Sophia, are 9 and 6.
We're all a group of mums. Most of our children all
Exactly,
attend the same
Lilac.
school.
They are girls full of questions about when they'll see mummy.
It's hard for them. They've got all the same emotions as everybody else, and they want to see the mum, and they don't know where she is, and you know, they just desperately want a home. And I guess that's all they're asking all the time is, where is she, and is she coming home? Yeah.
Today, the local church held its usual family service. Friends tell us they're trying to keep things as normal as possible for their missing friends' daughters,
Absolutely,
like
Lobo.
taking them to the school disco that went ahead on Friday night.
Life has got to go on for the sake of the children, doesn't it? And the children fall.
Oh God. Oh no. So a week later, it's a week. Wait, today is Sunday. Okay, it's actually Monday. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10 days that she's missing, and we must go on. And like the day that Chris took the kids to the birthday party, then he decided wait. So let's go take the kids to a party and tell them that their mom's missing at 6 and 8 years old, because it's only been 10 days, and let's go ahead and stress out the children because they just have to know that mummy's missing. And then we're going to pull over with a helicopter flying by and a little girl saying, oh, look, they're looking for mummy. Why do you even tell? What am I missing? Oh, this screams red flags across the board. And I'm sorry. Don't take this the wrong way. For you that know me know I have a weird personality. He looks like a weirdo.
To carry on sometimes.
Do I think he had anything to do with it? No, but we're talking about 10 days she's missing, and we must carry on. What? Maybe it's the culture over there, the English people. I don't know, but that's just weird to me. And you're weird for saying that.
And so happening, lots of the parents came
The weirdo.
Here to church, and we'll keep the candles lit for as long as it takes.
It is now day 10 into the investigation into what happened to Nicola Bulley, and the search continues to be focused around here, the River Wyre, where she was last seen walking.
Oh shit!
Today, her
that actually looks like it would be a drop kick and a roll. I mean, so if you fell into the river and you were going down, yeah, the grass would be smushed, and because it's cold, it would probably stay down for a little bit. You would probably just, what's going to happen? 45 years old, and you trip and fall and roll in the river. I would probably get out laughing. I don't see rocks where she can bang her head. The equipment that was used finding the kids' bodies buried in backyard fallow case should be used. I think they're using the sonar. Like, they've had like some serious search teams out there. And not only that, but they had the dogs out on the boats, like everything, helicopter, sonar. But look at, I mean, that's a steep incline. I mean, I just, something's not right. And what they said about life going on and him telling, why are you telling your kids that mummy's missing at 10 days? And we've got helicopters looking for her. What, you don't want your kids to sleep at night? Like, you know what? That is so wrong on so many levels. Yeah, I don't like him.
Family.
And I wonder if that's the abandoned house back there, but I don't see a, wait a second. In England, is a garden wall considered an actual wall, or is it like a hedge of grass, like what we call hedges in the States? Is it a hedge, or is it cement, or is it a tree? Yeah, I don't like what that priest said. I'm not even talking about being weird, because most priests are. That whole situation was weird. The helicopter, the kids, the hubby. Okay, so that house, a garden wall is a stone wall, because that house back there, you can see the hedge is about 10 feet tall. I think that might be it too. Okay. And let's not forget, guys, if anyone lives in England, and you can find out who owns that property, because the owner right across from the bench just happened to be there that day. That's a little strange. But what are you going to do? Grab some lady and pull her over a 10-foot hedge or wall? Yeah, I don't think so. Without her screaming? Unless you chloroformed her. And then how are you going to get her over the wall? Unless you own it, and then you can bring her through the gate, right?
And friends have told us that even now, they still have hope that she will be brought home safely.
Yeah, he said that to you.
The police's main working theory is unchanged, that Nicola Bulley fell into the river.
Oh, please.
As they search, the Lancashire Force also condemned what they called speculation and abuse on social media aimed at some people who are merely assisting our inquiries. They appealed for witnesses to keep...
Kaz, you better get up here, Kaz, and end the broadcast. What is that? That's an abandoned house. But even that, look at the dogs out. If she did fall in the river, wouldn't the dogs have been able to pin her going into the river, and then the dogs on the boat going down? We're talking about an hour after she went missing. They were looking for her. I mean, I don't know if the owner comes to the house every day, but I think I could probably swim across that river with... This is ridiculous. I mean, the fact that they even think she went into the river.
Coming forward and help provide much longed for answers. Catherine Ifatozzi, Sky News, Lancashire.
I don't know. We're going to have to see. Hey, Ray. I'm going to end it, Kaz. We're going to have to wait and see. Maybe MB Inc. will go out there and check out the area. But yeah, I would like to... I'm going to see if I can find out anything about that property, but I'm pointing my arrow onto Paul right now because his interview really messed with me. I'm sure they do search warrants, Lynn. I mean, Kaz would know. She was born in the UK. But isn't that weird? So they do have search warrants. My personal opinion, the whole thing with Paul, the helicopter, the kids now, and everything is just... something is not right about him. But I think that's it. Everyone, thank you for coming in. And guys, stay vigilant because I'm getting ready to drop a video that is going to, this one's a shocker. And it's definitely on my top 10. I thought I was shocked, but I'm really shocked. But this one definitely shocked me. Kaz, anything else, darling? I had COVID and I was in negative 41. And then last night it got down to like negative, I don't know, 12. So yeah, I had a rough couple of weeks. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow night for our Brian Koberger Chronicles, because I hope you guys did not think I forgot about him. But I think that's it. Everyone have a good day or a good night, wherever you guys are. Stay vigilant, guys. Keep your baby safe. And make sure you guys, if you have never done a background check on your husband or boyfriend, I don't care, 50 years, 3 years, 2 years, I think I'm going to stay single for the rest of my life. All right, guys.